Hello, I'm John and this is Hannah, my lovely and talented daughter. This is just a little bit of a look at how we're developing the branding or the style for Coric. And Coric is of course the Contessa 32 that is just a few weeks away from exiting her period of restoration. So when we first started doing the videos, we weren't really thinking about branding. There were too many design decisions to be thinking about. But it's fair to say that boat needs a name, boat has colours, and in many regards that does start to look a little bit like branding. So early on we decided that the colours we were going to go for were those colours that were actually in the boat. The light blue of the hull, the dark blue of the keel itself, and the yellow or the gold stripe that's in the Contessa line. That was going to permeate through everything, whether it be the upholstery or the stack pack. But we didn't want to commit to too much because we weren't sure. For instance, we weren't even sure we were going to keep the name Coric. Didn't know what it meant. Now, friends of mine advised that there are a couple of rules for boat names. One is you shouldn't change it if you don't have to, and the other one is you need to make sure that if you're calling the Coast Guard, the name doesn't sound silly. And in that regard, Coric passed both of those tests. Hannah is very brilliant at all things visual, and naturally when we started thinking a bit more seriously about the branding, we asked her if she could lend a hand.
Hi, I'm Hannah and I am an illustrator and calligrapher and do any kind of bespoke art for people. And actually recently I have been asked to do logos for a few friends' startup companies, which I'm really enjoying. So when Dad asked me to do this, I was thrilled. So the first question that I wanted to know was, what tone are you trying to create, and where is the balance between modern and traditional? I did a quick search online and it would appear that Coric is an ancient boy's name, meaning benevolent ruler, and Dad sees himself as something of a benign dictator, so actually the name is pretty appropriate.
Yeah, we started to really like it.
So an appropriate image for that would be a crown.
Yeah, so when we first started doing this, and this is the style that you will see in the first sets of videos. I mean, I think we probably started going with it from about episode 6 of the colours of the boat and the crown and the colours in gold, and we did that with not much more than a little bit of PowerPoint and a bit of Google.
So a little prototype of what you've seen on the previous episodes.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind that Dad has been in the Navy for a while, or was in the Navy for a while, we thought that a naval crown would be a good match.
Yeah, I think the naval crown and the benevolent ruler and the crown and the gold all worked really well, I thought.
Yeah. And also taking into consideration the Contessa Association logo that appears on the bow, so the C and the O link.
Yeah, that's Contessa Association has a really nice font.
Yeah.
That involves that.
Yeah. So now we had the name, the image and registration, the colours, which are the colours of the bow.
Yeah, so we didn't want to go too fast with this because I needed to register it for the ship register and so forth, so we weren't in an enormous rush. But at some point we need to put the boat name on the back of the boat and do that in the right style, so we've been doing a bit more work in terms of bringing that to life.
Yeah, but you need the graphic to be quite simple for printing on the transom.
Yeah,
and
don't want to be too.
You're planning to print it on the spinnaker.
Yes.
Yeah. So there were two things we had to think about. So we had to recreate the C and the O. So by joining them up as they are on the Contessa Association website.
Well, it's actually on the bow of the boat. Yeah.
On the bow of the boat. So we found the font, made sure the weight of the font was the same, and then I just did a little bit of adding and linking using Illustrator to join the C to the O. And then, so we've got that and put it in the gold. And we did a mock of the transom, so we did a shape of the transom to sort of make sure that it aesthetically worked
Yeah.
on the boat before proceeding with getting it print. We found a naval crown. I looked up some naval crowns on Google, and the prototype that Dad originally used, he loves that sort of not fussy, simple style, but wanted it in the style of the naval crown. So we have found that crown, and I have done a simplified version of it.
Yeah, a simpler version that's going to look nice in monochrome.
Yes,
Of
yes.
the gold against
Yeah,
the blue.
yeah.
All in all, we're really pleased with how this is starting to look. It fits with our original ideas. We hope you like it, and if you don't, please comment before it's too late. Hope you enjoyed
Still
the
got a
video.
bit of editing to do, so
Hope you-
ready for comments.
I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.
Bye.